and an illusion. This right here, this is not sleight of hand. This is an illusion. It's not my name, but I do take that as a compliment. Thank you. She said, oh my God. Not my name, hell of a compliment. This is an illusion that I learned from my ex-girlfriend, Mary Poppins. I used to date Mary Poppins, believe it or not. She was practically perfect in every way, but we had to break up because she had too much baggage. It was a lot to unpack. I don't do a lot of illusions. What I do is called sleight of hand. This right here is an example of sleight of hand. Watch close. Watch the stick. Oh, don't worry, I keep it right here inside of my hat. And this only works because this hat right here is deeper on the inside than it is on the outside. It's a lot deeper on the inside than it is on the outside. It's embarrassing at parties. I had it custom made like that. But it comes in handy in places like this. Are y'all having a good time so far? That was the warm-up. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give you a little bit of a preview as to what's going to happen over the next 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to do my 3 best tricks. If you want to see them, say yeah!
Yeah!
All right, I'm going to do them. You talk me into it. I'm going to start out with the second oldest trick in recorded history. After that, I'll be doing my most impressive coin trick, and after that, I'll be finishing off with the last trick that I do, the best trick that I do, my grand finale. If you're excited about the show, say yeah!
Yeah!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the beginning of the show. It's the second oldest trick in recorded history. That's right, the second oldest trick in recorded history. I cannot do the oldest trick because this is a family show. If the kids get that joke, it's not my fault. Ladies and gentlemen, lads and lasses, solid steel will appear to pass through solid steel like a ghost through a castle wall. Before I pass metal through metal, I'm going to warm up with a contortionist routine. Yes, the 6'4" overweight leprechaun is going to be doing a contortionist routine. How are y'all doing? I'm going to poke my head through. Not 1, not 2, but all 4 of these solid steel rings. Would you guys like to see that?
Yeah!
Who thinks I can do it?
Yeah!
Who does not think I can do it?
Yeah!
Who doesn't care either way?
Woo!
All right, I'll do it. Here we go. Watch it. Are you ready?
Yeah!
I'm going to do this. I'm going to poke my head through the rings and I'm going to do the trick that's over 2,000 years old. Here we go.
That's not.
That joke is over 2,000 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with the show. Can I get you on the count of 3 to say, just get on with it? 1, 2, 3.
Just get on with it!
I will. Watch close. Solid steel will appear to pass through solid steel like a ghost through a castle wall. As some people, they see this, they're not impressed. They think that one of these 2 rings might be special. That one of these 2 rings might have a gap or a hole or something. I can honestly tell you that all of these rings are identical. That's right, all 4 of these rings are identical, especially this one. This is the most identical out of all 4 of them. I put the most identical next to the line. This is an applause cue, by the way. Thank you. That was awkward. Now that these rings are linked, the next thing that I have to do is unlink them. Which seems kind of stupid if you think about it. They were unlinked a second ago. But people seem to like this trick, that's why I do it. Watch close! There's some people, they see this, they say, but how does he do it? Other people, they see it, they say, why does he do it? I can explain how. You see these rings right here? They only look linked from the front. If you turn to the side, you can tell they're not actually linked. From the front, very convincing illusion. From the side, it's obvious they're not really linked. Of course, you have to look at them dead on. Okay, as long as you look at them dead on, you can't see that they're not really linked. They just look like it from the front. You know, it just looks like it's an illusion. You know, it's an illusion. No? All right. Are you having a good time?
Yeah!
Are you guys ready for my most impressive coin trick?
Yeah! Yes.
All right, I'm gonna do it, but I have to warn you. These coins are considerably the smallest prop that I have in my show. I mean, so watch close. Doing coin magic on a stage is extremely unadvisable amongst magicians, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Would you guys like to see my most impressive coin trick?
Yeah.
Has anyone here ever seen a magician pluck coins out of thin air before?
Yeah.
Good, because I can't do that trick anyway. I was told not
Thank
to.
you.
If you
I was
pluck
gonna
coins
say,
out of thin air, people just start to
Tell
think you
them
can
that
make
they
money
can
appear.
send the boys here.
I don't want no one thinking that about me. So instead, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make each one of these three
Well
coins.
done.
Can you all see all three coins?
Yeah.
That's important for the trick to work. If you can't see it, you won't know what happened.
Thank you.
Each one of these three coins are gonna jump. They're gonna jump from one hand to the other hand, visibly one at a time. You heard me correct. They're gonna go from here to here, one at a time, but I gotta warn you, I get a lot of complaints. People see this trick, they say stuff. They say, you were moving too fast. I wasn't ready. I don't want to hear that crap out of nobody. So are you ready?
Yeah!
That's close. That's one. That's two. That's three coins. They're going to go from here to here. One at a time. Now, some people, when they see me do this, they think that I might have an extra coin in one of my two hands. Other people, they think that I might be throwing them from one hand to the other hand so fast that you just can't see it. Now, in order to throw a coin faster than the eye could see, your hand would have to move, wouldn't it? To throw a
Yes.
coin faster than the eye could see, your hand would definitely have to move. You'll notice, if you watch close, you'll notice that this hand right here doesn't move when it goes from here to here. Are you watching? I'll do it in slow motion. Would you guys like to see it in slow motion?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll do it from here to here in slow motion. Watch close.
It's only a half-hour show.
You see it that time? That was in slow
Sorry.
motion. The only reason you could see it was because I was going slow. If we had gone at full speed, you wouldn't have been able to see it. That's why I do it in slow motion. I don't want you guys to feel like I'm trying to trick you. I mean, I am trying to trick you. I just don't want you feeling like it while I'm doing it, you know? One last time, from here to here. What? But if you will remember correctly, I did say at the beginning that I cannot pluck coins out of thin air. You guys remember when I said that?
Yes.
And I think about that a lot. You know, if I'm going to dress like a leprechaun and act like a leprechaun and walk and talk like a leprechaun, I should be doing the trick that you would expect a leprechaun to do.
There you
I mean, let's think about this logically. If you see a magician with a red beard and a green apron, you would expect him to be able to just reach out and pluck coins out of thin air. Now, this is not actually happening. It looks like it's happening, doesn't it? It looks like it's happening, but it's not. It's kind of like economic recovery. It just looks like it's happening. It's not actually happening. And the way you know that it's not happening is when you look inside the cup. You see inside the cup? The same three coins that I started out with. Because no one can actually make me appear. What I do, I put the coins inside. Whenever I want to make it look like another coin appears, I go to the bottom of the cup. I pop one of the coins out through the bottom. But nobody sees it when it comes through because I hide it right here in my hand. Just like I have a microphone in my... Sorry. Forgot to turn that thing off. I also work backstage. No one sees the coin because I hide it right here in my hand. This is called palming. As long as you keep a coin in your palm, it works. Only if you hold your hand in a natural, relaxed fashion. As long as you look natural and relaxed, no one will suspect that you have a coin here. And the only reason I explain this to you is so that you don't think that I'm actually making money appear. I cannot actually make money appear. What I can do is make the coin fall upwards. What? Do you believe in mind reading? I knew that. You want to know what someone's thinking right now? They're thinking that the ring might be a magnet. Who was thinking the ring's a magnet? A couple of you. Watch close. See, it's not a magnet. That would be too easy. I'll show you again. Watch. Wouldn't fall off the coin if it were. Watch, it's not a magnet. You want to know what it is? It's 10 years worth of practice for 2 seconds worth of entertainment. That's right, 10 years of my life for 2 seconds of yours. I wasted that 10 years so that you guys don't have to. But if you do want to learn how to do it, you can look it up online. It's called inflation. If you wait till the end, I'll actually have time to have a conversation with you, but I got a lot of people staring at me right now. It's not a great time to start conversations. Now, the only reason I said it's called inflation. If you want to know how to do the trick, it's called, you can look it up, it's inflation. But kids don't get that joke. They don't get it because they don't go to economics class. That's why I use visual aids. That gets bigger. Now, this is a rubber coin as well. It's a lot easier to hide a coin this size when it's made out of rubber. If it were made out of metal, well, then it would be harder to do the trick. The trick would be harder because the coin is harder. But it's not magic. You see, magic is real. That right there was just a trick. Pretty good one, though, if you ask me. Are you guys having a good time? Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time for the grand finale. Are you guys excited about the grand finale? Before I do the grand finale, I gotta know something. Is this the right crowd?
Yes!
The right crowd?
Yes!
All right, I'm gonna do the grand finale, but before I do it, I have to tell you guys two things. So please listen up. This is probably the most important part of the show. Thank you. Thank you very much for stopping and watching my show. You didn't have to do that. There's a lot of things that you can be doing here. A whole lot of stuff is going on. Thank you for buying tickets to the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, and thank you for choosing to spend some of your time with me.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah!
2 years ago, year 2020, performers like myself became something of an endangered species. I was not allowed to bring people together and put smiles on their faces, and I used to take that for granted. Not anymore. Now, I make a point of saying to everyone in my show, thank you for being a part of my day, and thank you for letting me be a part of yours.
Thank you!
And yes, the accent is fake. I was born in North Louisiana. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the last thing that I have to say before I do the grand finale is at the end of the show, after I do this trick, this is the last trick I do, it is the best trick I do, it's the closest that I come to real magic, but when this trick is over, the show is also over. At the end of the show, some of you might be wondering if there's any way to show appreciation for what I do. If there's any way to try and make me as happy as I have tried to make you. And I'm here to tell you that there is. The easiest way to show appreciation is to go on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. I am a traveling magician. I do this year-round, all across the country. I started in Florida. I'm here in New Jersey. I'm going as far as Montana, and I'm making videos about it. If you want to know what it's like to be a magician who lives on the road, come and watch my videos online. I'm going to leave this here, snap a photo of it, and just hit the like button. It helps me get my name out there. It helps you keep track of me. However, it does not pay my bills. That's why I still put my hat out in case anyone wants to tip. Nobody has to tip me. It is tradition, but it's fine to break the tradition. I would have done this show for you for free anyway. But if you feel like I made a difference in your day, this is how you can make a difference in mine. The money that goes into this hat is the difference between ramen noodles and a steak dinner. The difference between driving all night long to get to the next city or stopping halfway and getting a hotel. The money that goes into this hat is the difference between regular unleaded gasoline and premium, which is what my car takes. And I'm not asking you for everything that you have, just enough to make a difference. And if you don't have cash, that is fine. I have Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, and Coinbase. I make it very easy to do the right thing, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that we can all agree that $100 is extremely generous, and 25 cents is not. With no further ado, now that my commercial is over, would you guys like to see the grand finale?
Yeah!
Bad time to start a conversation. Bad time. I appreciate it, but that's totally nothing to do with the show right now. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now, folks, this rope right here does not exist. This rope is not real, but it has a story. You see, the dwarves of Svartalfheim, they made this rope. and they named it Gleipnir. Everyone say ooh. Ooh. Everyone say ah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the name of the rope. It means the rope which cannot be. It was made by the dwarves to bind and contain a great and ferocious wolf named Fenris or Fenrir. It really depends on what translation you read, but let's not get bogged down in details. The point is, the wolf could break out of any chain you put around him. The dwarves, they made a rope that don't exist. Because how can you break out of something if it ain't real? It makes a lot of sense if you just don't think about it. It looks possible. It seems possible. But it's not. What?
What?
I'll say it again. It looks possible. It seems possible. But it's not.
Not.
Possible. You get it? It's not
No.
possible.
What?
That's a not pun. I wrote that joke myself. My mother told me, she said, Connor, if you can make only one person laugh a day, that means you're not very funny. You got to make a lot of people laugh to be considered a funny person. But this is a comedy magic show, so if it's not funny, it might just be a joke. The idea, some of the jokes are such. Now I got a short piece of rope, and I got a long piece of rope. A long one and a short one. Neither of these two ropes exist. Both of these ropes are figments of your imagination. If they are figments of your imagination, that makes this right here a stretch of the imagination. It is or rather, it would be a stretch to say that these ropes are the same length.
What?
Y'all don't clap for nothing, do you?
No, I don't. Yay!
Last time.
Save it. I got a weak finish coming up in 30 seconds. If the kids get that joke, it's still not my fault. Now I know why nobody clapped. I know what happened. You're confused. I do this show like 10, 15 times a day when I'm out on the street, and I do this like 5 times today. I've seen it before. People get confused with this part because I'm holding 2 equal lengths of rope. And that's confusing because when this trick started out, I only had one piece. It's extremely confusing. It's a lot less confusing if you just remember what I told you was special about the rope in the beginning, though. Does anyone remember what I said was special about the rope? Since these ones raised your hands, what is it? That's exactly right. That's 5 points to Gryffindor. But people don't believe that. They come up to me all the time. They say to me, they say, Connor. That's me, by the way, Connor. They say, Connor, how can you expect me to believe that that rope is not real when I can see it? Right? You're not going to spend 3.5 minutes waving a rope in my face to get me to believe it's not real. I can see it right there. It's got 2 ends on one side, 1 middle on the other. Everyone knows real ropes have 2 ends and 1 middle, right? This rope doesn't have any ends. Yeah, these are the ends right here. This is what we call an endless piece of rope.
Nice.
We are going to put the ends back on. What's your name in the blue? Mia? That's my dad's name. Hey, don't laugh at my father. He's a sensitive man. Mia, I'm going to put the ends back onto the rope. You're going to help me out. You're going to tell me where. As I go along the rope like this, I need you to say stop anywhere you want to. Wherever you say stop, that's where I'll put the ends back on, all right? This is also how the show ends. Yeah, it's how the show ends. Never mind. I thought it was very clever. Are you ready, Mia? Say stop anywhere you want to. Nice and loud so anyone can hear you. Say stop anywhere you want to. Right there. Thank you for not hesitating. You know, some people, they hesitate as if it's a question of consequence. But right where you said stop, and only where you said stop, that's where the ends go back on.
Oh.
To the rope.
What?
Nice.
Folks, I hope you enjoyed the show. If you enjoyed the show, my name is Connor. If you did not enjoy the show, then my name is David Gray. Whether you enjoyed the show or not, tips are greatly appreciated. There's no sense in both of us being disappointed. It's very hot, so I'm going to sit for this part. So feel free to knock each other out of the way to come put money in the hat.
I can't get to